These are a marbled tahini shortbread cookie. I chose these because they are stunning. They are just a beautiful cookie. This comes from Susan Spungen of New York Times Cooking, is where I found the recipe. They're unique. They're really surprising in their flavor. The tahini is really lovely. Now it does require a special ingredient, black tahini. And I did find it at like a specialty store, but you could also order it online if you weren't able to find it. And you can also make it from pureeing black sesame seeds. This is a refrigerator cookie. One of the things I love about refrigerator cookies, especially this time of year, is that you can bake them as you need them, and so they stay fresh. You can slice 6 cookies, bake those, and give them away, and they're nice and fresh, and then you've still got dough in reserve in your fridge so you can make more later. So we're gonna start by putting the butter into the bowl of a stand mixer. 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now the powdered sugar is gonna wanna fly everywhere, so definitely start on low. Then as that sugar gets worked in, you can turn it up. Blend this for about 2 minutes till it's kind of light and fluffy. And then you're gonna wanna add 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're gonna want to combine our dry ingredients. 3 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. And just whisk that together. And we're gonna add that to this mixture. And as with most things, you don't want to overbeat. That is what it looks like. So now we just want to gather this dough together. It's really pretty easy to work with at this point. We're going to divide it first. We're going to take 1/3 of it and set it aside. And then we're going to put this back into the bowl of the stand mixer and add our regular tahini. Now, tahini is a sesame seed paste. So it's just like peanut butter. It's just that it's made with sesame instead of peanuts. So we're just gonna blend this into the dough. And you definitely want to do the white sesame first. You do not want to do the black first because it will really get all over everything. And then set that aside, and then we're gonna do the same thing with the black tahini. It's very rare that I get to bake with anything of this color, so I think it's a lot of fun. So mixing it with that dough, it definitely dulls that vibrant black that the tahini has, but when you bake it, I feel like that color does come back. So then you're gonna wanna cut both of these in half. Press one of the white tahini into like a 5x5 disc. You're just pressing it, you're not rolling it. And then you're taking some of this and pressing it on top, and then repeat. Again, part cooking, part craft project. And then now you're gonna cut a section. You're like sort of kneading it in order to marbleize it. And you don't want to overdo it to where it's blended, but you do want to get some nice swirls in there. Oh, it smells so good. I love the smell of that tahini. You don't actually have to separate them like this. I just think it's a little easier to work with like this. There's really no wrong way to get these marbles. They're going to look really interesting no matter how you do it. And then just kind of bring them together into one. We're gonna shape it into a loaf pan. Drop it in there and press it down. And that's what's gonna give them their shape. Just in the interest of time, I do have one that I already chilled. Now this was a half recipe that I made, so it is much smaller, but you'll get the general idea. And the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is put a coating of egg white on the outside, And then we're gonna roll it in some of this coarse turbinado sugar. You could also mix in some black sesame seeds with that, or white sesame seeds for a different look. Once you have that, then you can start slicing it, and you just want about 1/4 inch maybe. But you can see how cool the like swirling is in there. Each batch is different. Each slice will be slightly different. You know, I think of tahini as more of a savory ingredient, but it tastes so good in baked goods. Oh, they're gorgeous. I love that tahini flavor. It is kind of classic shortbread in its consistency. It's really sandy, buttery, and rich. They're not too sweet, and so that crystallized sugar on the outside is really welcome. It's a nice contrast of texture, and you get that added sweetness. And they look so good. We've got one more cookie this holiday season. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.